Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Balaji. And today I'm going to talk about a forgotten aspect in the lives of MBBS students in India, and that is research. I'll give you three reasons why you should do research during your MBBS days. Number one is to explore a new arena, venture into something new that we have absolutely no idea about, and learn more and more about the subject. Number two, I still remember the very first day when I entered MBBS and my anatomy professor told me. I mean, he in fact asked every one of us in the class, like, how much of anatomy does we all think he knew? And everybody was quoting some sort of percentages. And later he told us, just put a number one and add as many zeros as possible in front of it and place a dot. And that's how much the subject that I know. Medicine is a huge field, and it's nobody in the world can master the field of medicine. So you need to research basically to keep yourself up to date with the subject. And number three, on a selfish note as well, if you're planning to go abroad to UK or US or Australia for that matter to do your higher studies, you definitely need research in your curriculum vitae or your portfolio. Research is not a very keenly spoken about topic, especially in our country. Very few professors and institute emphasis on their UG students to go ahead and do some sort of research. So what is the first step that we need to do? We have to ensure that we have at least found one mentor who is really good in doing researches and who always encourages the students to go ahead and do some research. Okay, let's say you have found a good mentor who's always ready to help you out to do the research. And you are in the first 2 years of your medical field. And how do you go about starting yourself into the field of research? The first and the foremost thing is to start with short term studentship that is sponsored by the ICMR. I shall share the link for the same in the bio. Kindly look into it, and every year there are some selective projects that are approved by the ICMR that help us to get to know what is actually called research and how do we proceed about in a research. And for that, all you need is a good mentor and an excellent topic for ICMR to approve your title. I shall also share a photo from TB Association of India, who encourages students to go ahead and do research right from epidemiology to COVID in tuberculosis to make sure that we become a TB free India as per the timelines. And they also at the same time provide us the grants. Grant is what you call the money for you to work on your research. So when you're in your third year, we have an excellent department called community medicine. If you have found the right mentor and if you have the proper support from the people of community medicine, research can always be a cakewalk for each one of us. So what do I do with the research or the paper that I've done? The scope after doing a research is that you go ahead and publish the paper on some excellent international journals. Every college would be having a library. You must have all gone to the library as well. But have you ever been to the section called the journal section in each one of the libraries? There you will find some amazing articles and journals that are up to date each and every month. Look into such journals and see what are all the good topics that you can do as an undergraduate. Once you have done with that, now you can start doing your research, and once you're done with your research, you can go ahead and publish your paper as well. So what's the point in publishing my paper? Once you've published your paper, you have the opportunity to go ahead and present the same paper in conferences across the country and also abroad. So what am I going to gain by presenting a paper in the country or abroad as well? Number one thing is exposure. You get to get rid of the stage fear and you start yourself as a good speaker or an orator on the stage. Secondly, your paper might impress one and all in some other country, and somebody might be interested in doing what you've done in your country because problems persist everywhere across the world. And thirdly, when you go to conferences, you get to see your peers and you get to see a lot of excellent mentors from across the world who actually invest so much time and energy into research to find out new things in the field of medicine. You get to learn what is happening in the world in the field of medicine, as well as you get to see a lot of textbook stuffs that people have done in the name of research across presentations in all the conferences that you get to go. The amount of knowledge, the amount of expertise and the exposure that you're going to get when you go to a conference and present a paper is absolutely humongous. And this you will understand once when you go ahead, attend a conference, present a paper, and who knows, someday when you win the prize for presenting an amazing paper, you will realize the absolute worth of doing the research. So my sincere and humble request to each one of you who's pursuing MBBS is to go ahead and just try doing a research paper. Go to the journal section, read across articles whenever you find time. Find a good mentor and just place your foot on the research part and see if it is the area for you to go ahead and do a lot of things in life. Thank you. Bye bye.